Hey YouTube, and this is Ricardo again for the second redstone tutorial for this channel. Now, for this redstone tutorial, I'm going to just show you some redstone tips, basically, or info. Now first, I'm going to start off with the redstone, oh god, bit of lag, redstone clock. Now this is how a lot of people make clocks, small clocks, shall I say. You create the really big clocks. You have to use some. You have to use loads of like. It's hard to explain. But this is like a miniature, a miniature version. So basically, you put like the repeaters in like a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction pointing. So like you put like that facing that way, facing that way. Oh god, facing that way and facing that way. Now, when you've done this, pick one side to opposite, put one tick, this will make it a second, and if you don't do that, it might run out, the actual, the redstone signal, but if you do that, it shouldn't run out, should never run out really. So really, like, you leave a second, and then you break one side, leave a second basically, then place it with the redstone, and then literally you can just feed off maybe here, and then you can have something like a run. See? Now it does cause a lot of lag, so you need a really good server, to keep this up and running. But you can always add more ticks to make it like slower. So to stop it really, you can just add a redstone signal, or you can just break one of the sides. I'm just gonna add a redstone signal on then instead. Just break one side basically. I'm gonna just prove it to you that you can do both. Now, as we're already on delays and everything with repeaters, I wanted to show you some of some lighting tips. Now this is the longer version of what you can do. You don't have to put any delays on them, just put like an half triangle, basically, like a pyramid sort of, but half cut in half. Basically, if you just put this, the lights will, I'm just getting a position, the lights will fastly just go off from one side to the other. Now you can always put them in sync, but I like it, let's say you're in a hallway, you switch the switch, and then the lights from where you're standing come on first, and then it goes on, like, like maybe seeing, like maybe puzzles or movies, like puzzle movies maybe, I don't know, but I think that looks pretty cool. Now this is a more, smaller version where, the limit you can do by just having, repeaters like this, is just 4, these are lanterns that I'm using by the way. You could obviously use these with pistons or dispensers. Yeah, you could even do it with redstone torch, but they don't give light off if you want to use it that way. But this just gives the same, but just like the exact same times over there. But just more compact, which I would use. Now for this one, the next one we're on to there, this gives like 2-second delay for each one of them, or 2 ticks. They're not really seconds in Minecraft, but if you put on, you can actually see the difference between, like that, see? And just like a bit of lag coming on. Don't know why, wasn't lagging before. So that. Now, this is for PC by the way. For redstone blocks, which came out in probably 2 updates last time, and basically these have they have the same capability of a redstone torch, but you can move them with a piston. Like if I want to switch off all these, I can just flick the switch back here, and then they'll all turn off because they've got no redstone signal. And yeah, so I love redstone blocks because you make so much good stuff with them. Like amazing, like maybe chandeliers or something. You can switch them on off, easy, more compact way. Now we're coming on to basically, I would call it just more redstone torches. Basically more like maybe more compact ways of like or more, let's say. So I don't know, but if you want to use like maybe torches to do some more stuff, This is just a small little version. This is how you switch off a torch. Basically you put a redstone signal into it, and usually you can put it through a block, and then like the piston's not down. But if you turn the switch, it turns on and the piston's up. There's no redstone signal back here. But if you just put in a redstone wiring, like all just through to the, which is a lot easier. But let's say you want to do multiple things, like you don't have to really use repeaters if you're doing it a long way, because this torch will like basically act like one. But also, let's say you got something on here, like let me just show you. Like you got a piston on here, and then you want this one to come down when this one's on. And this is how you would really do it in a pretty easy way. And that will come down, and the second piston will come up. So that's a really easy way of doing that. You could do multiple things through this way. Now, let's say you're doing puzzle maps. Um, well, and then like say like a two-player co-op, where like like Portal, where there's like one person on each side and you have to like work together. Basically, um, if you're using like a door and you want to open both both doors, from each side. I'm just using Portal for here. One person can switch the switch, and you've got teamwork to find the other person. Well, the other person really has to find the switch to open or close. So basically that you can always revert it. So basically you do it so open, but I'm just doing it now, so so it closed. But the only problem is if you press one lever, you can just troll if you're doing like an online map. It just closes or opens again. But you'll need both redstone signals to open the door. So basically, you have like two, what we just did over there, same, then we feed them off, and then you have a joint here. We don't, to be fair, you don't really need a joint, join these up, I suppose, but I just do it, it looks nicer and it works. So basically, the two, by the way, these are all switched off, like over there, with the redstone signal from the switch. You feed it through, you do a 3 by, well, basically but you do a 3 long block, one 3 by 1, put redstone torches on either side, and then basically that'll, and then you can always do this. I suppose you can put repeaters down there to feed signal, instead of these blocks. Then you feed it through, all through to where you want to, input, for the output, sorry. That's the input, that's the output. And then basically when you switch it off, these redstone lights, well, one of them will turn both of them off. I suppose if you break this, one might not do it. Yep, let's say do it with one. That's my problem there, sorry about that. So basically, yeah. So these turn off, and obviously all the rest of the output signal comes out, and then the door opens, and you're free to go. And that's where I'm going to end the video today. Stay tuned for more redstone tutorials or tips and tricks. I'll be doing tips and tricks or Legend Craft if people like that. Yeah, and I've just posted a beta Xbox 360, should be out before this. Yep, please like and subscribe. Yep, see you guys.